2 of the National Football League. And all eyes are on the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Packers and the Bears, under the lights on Sunday night.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong. I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on third down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Jones. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Jones again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Johnny Stanton. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Fields. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 20 carries, 61 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold him a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers for this week.
Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it to the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Randall Cobb back for a 12th NFL season, all but 2 with these Green Bay Packers. You certainly have to admire his longevity as he's one of just 3 receivers still around from the 2011 draft. He may not be the top receiver on your team, but he still contributed 375 yards last season and a first down here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Cobb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 17 carries, 72 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started. And they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On first down, Fields. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Again, Simeon. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second win here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On first down, it's Fields. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now Montgomery running right. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Fields on target to Mooney, first down Chicago. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Simeon's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick one-pointers instead of three-pointers.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Working from the gun. Rodgers. He finds his man. Complete. It's Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. Maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but that clock rolling. Fields throw taken in here by Jackson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Fields hit and the ball is loose. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Fields. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To the air again, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man, that's Harry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Justin Herbert over 300 yards through the air with a touchdown pass as well. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Tyreek Hill, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. And finally, it's the season's only doubleheader on Monday night. Titans-Bills at 7:15, then Vikings-Eagles at 8:30. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Throw left side, complete. That's Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yards is the distance on the punt there, and that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones, and he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a 1st down as well.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers looking middle, and that's complete. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They'll try and run it in with Jones. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan from 4 yards out. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery, and he stopped immediately there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. That's caught by Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Out of the gun, Fields. Escaping the and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, nice move. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears now ready to take over again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Fields. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Again, Fields. And he will slide down with a good gain. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. And he's going to have the Packers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the delay, Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Packers on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Able to find Lazard. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be taken down at the 34. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 22-point game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From just shy of midfield, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He juked him, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Simeon. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. 4th down, Fields has to have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. The give is to Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. They find some open field here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 63 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stopped him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Jones. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date.